In last class, we have discussed about the demerits of democracy. That means argument against democracy. In this class, we will discuss about argument in favor of democracy. Okay, or merits of democracy. What democracy or how democracy is helpful for a country. Let us start.
Start.
I have written 5 arguments for democracy. So we will discuss one by one argument. The first number argument, it is a more accountable form of government. What do you mean by accountable? It is a more accountable form of government. If the government is working as per the needs of the people, I am giving an example in China, 1958 to 1961, there was a famine where 3 crore people were died. 3 crore people died. So some economists compare the economic condition of China and India. India condition at that time was not far better than China, but why 3 crore people died in that famine? This is, as per the analysis, it is told that the policy, government policy or types of government is responsible for the death of 3 crore people in China. That means in China, who believed in the single party system, we have discussed it previously, single party system, what they are taking the decision, that is the final decision for the country. But in our country, it is multi-party. It is multi-party system. That means if the ruling government is not working, then the opposition opposed this. For this reason, always ruling government is always active and always take the major wise decisions for the country. So in this part, it is more accountable form of government. What do you mean by more accountable? More accountable means it is always answerable to the people. It should be work as per the needs of the people. It should do the welfare works as per the wantings of the people. It is considered the best form of government. Democracy is considered for this reason, democracy is considered as the best form of government. So people who rule, if the rulers do not want to, they don't have to act according to the wishes of the people. That means the government is bound or is forced to do as per the wishes or needs of the people. I think you understand the first point. It is accountable. That means the government is answerable to the people. What he is doing, how he is doing, it is mandatory to give the answer to the people. Okay, because it is people's government. Democracy is people's government. Let's come to the second point. Second point tells about that democracy improves the quality of decision making. I am comparing this between dictator and democracy. As we know, democracy is a representative government. Dictator is based on the one hand or one people government. That means one hand or one people. That means all the decision measured by only a single person. But when it is a democracy, the decisions are always taken by the all representatives. That means democracy believes in debate and discussion or consultation. So always it is the good, wise decision always came out. It may be delayed. Decision, no doubt it is delayed or it is late. But when the decisions were come out, that is no doubt it is a good decisions, because there is maximum chance of taking good decision. Why there is taking good decisions? Because the number of people put their heads together, they are able to point out possible mistakes. When there is mistakes, due to the number of people put their head together, so what the mistakes are there in the decision, they able to remove that mistakes. Okay, you understand? So democracy improves the quality of decision making. quality of decision making. What the decisions were taken by democracy? These are quality due to the lot of interpretation of the different party members. Okay, the debate, discussion, and consultation. So it always come out a good decision. Let's come to the third point. Democracy provides a method to deal with differences and conflicts. That means, as we know, India is a different social groups is they are living as per the religion, caste, color, or any other social. These are called social differences. So social differences mean there is maximum chance of social conflicts. The religion is a big matter. Religion, caste, color, language is also what we have seen in case of Belgium. Language. So democracy, if it is a democracy country, to always provide to deal with the differences. If there is any language means, for example, Hindi, Marathi, or any other language, that is Punjabi. Regional differences is also there. Regional differences and language differences near about same, but their region, as per the region, they are using the languages. For example, Marathi, they are living in Maharashtra, they are known as Marathi, and their language is also Marathi. Okay, if there is any differences arise between Marathi and Punjabi, so democracy has the option to solve the problem arise between these two social groups, or as per the caste, or as per the religion. If there is any differences arised and it turned into conflict or controversy, the democracy always tried to solve that differences, providing equal opportunity or equal priority to all groups. It is only possible in the democratic government, but in a non-democratic government it is not possible. Okay, so let's come to the fourth one. Democracy enhances the dignity of the citizens. How it enhances the dignity of the citizens? Democracy provides us political equality. That means all have voting right. What is the criteria of the voting right? The criteria of the voting right is only the age of 18 and citizen of India. That means whether he may be the president of India, its votes value is 1. He may be the prime minister of India, its votes value is 1. He may be the beggar of any temple. In front of he is sitting in front, but he is a citizen of India, his vote value is also 1. So भिखारी तो कि देशर राष्ट्रपति तो, but तांकर voter value is 1. That means all have got the voting rights by the constitution. Okay, so this enhances the dignity of the citizens, and we are also giving more priority to the backward and minor group. Constitution given them protection to the minor groups, the Muslim, the Christians, given protection through the constitution. So it also enhances the dignity of citizens. The women, those are weaker section in the society, it is regarded, they are also giving protection, reservation. The unsocial groups like the SC, STs, that is the they are the backward classes. We are regarding the backward classes, OBC, SC, ST. Now they are giving reservation in many different sectors. That also enhances the dignity of the citizens. So democracy basically emphasizes the dignity of the citizens, whether they may be minor, women, or lower class of people, that giving them the equal opportunity in the voting rights. That means they have also chance to select their leaders. Okay, so this is democracy enhances the dignity of citizens. It provides political equality. Okay, so people are the rulers themselves. Poorest of the poor is also getting voting rights, and people are the rulers of themselves. There is no rulers, there is no subjects like king. Then come to the fifth number, last one. It allows us to correct its own mistake. What does it mean? Correct its own mistakes. If the ruler is doing any mistakes, so there is a chance to either the ruler change his decisions, or the people can change the rulers. What do you understand means? If the rulers are taking the wrong decisions, The people force them to change their decision. If they are not changing their decisions, then people change the rulers. Okay? Do you understand? If there is such type of mistake cannot be hidden and long. If the government is taking such type of mistake, it cannot be hidden. There is a space for public discussion on these mistakes. There is a room for correction. That means a chance for correction. Okay? The rulers have to change their decisions, or the people can change the rulers. So these are the description of these 5 points. Each point is also each long question. You go through the points in your book, okay, and also my video. If you cannot understand, then you ask me. Thank you and have a nice day.